Hello everyone, just because I'm feeling energized, I decided to do another video. Today I'm gonna use the same data set I used. So this, if you were, if you have been following me, this is the data set I used for teaching you guys how to use slicers on Excel. Now, how to actually use slicers to slice through data set without having to use the filters there. So we use this data set to this slicer to actually slice through data set to see people working in different departments easily. We design it so if you've not watched the video for the slicers, you can go through the video before this video and see how to actually put these slicers up here and use it to like slice through your data set. And also today I'm gonna use the pivot table. I've done a video on pivot tables before, so I want to give you more insight on how pivot tables can be used to derive meaningful insights from data. So looking at this data set, this is an employee data set. Like say this data set contains the employee's full name, the department, and the salary of the employees. So and this data set has up to 4,000 employees here. We have up to 4,000 employees here from different departments and with different salaries. So I want to know, like, I'm curious, like maybe this let's call this company the ABC company. Like let's say I am someone that wants to go into this company. I want to know how this company is doing based on its salary to different departments, like what department is earning higher, and I want to compare the salary of the department to see if there's a correlation between the company of the department and the the salaries of people working in that department. So the number of people in the department and the salaries of the people working in the department. I want to see if there's a correlation between those two. Now, so I'm not going to do any kind of correlation analysis here. I'm just gonna just have a rough idea of what is going on using the pivot tables, trying to use the pivot chart to actually visualize what is actually going on in this company based on the department and the salary, number of people working in each department, the salaries that they are earning, to see what is going on in the department, the overview of ABC company, like I'll call it. So so let's move on. So from the last video I did, this is how to use the slicers. Like you want to slice to the data set. Like let's undo the slicers. Undo this so it's undone. So I want to like see people working in IT. I just have to click here. IT guys, legal guys, marketing guys, HR. So now I can just go through this data set anywhere I want it to get what I want from it by using this slicer. So that this was done in the video before this video, so you can go back and watch how I actually designed these slicers. So I'm gonna take everything off. So I'm gonna take this off and just put back this data set using Control A, move it back to its original spot. Just wanna yeah, just have this. I don't want to use this do anything on the slicers anymore. So I want to use this. I want to use the pivot table to actually derive insights from this particular data set. So the first thing I'm going to do is, first thing first, we are going to use Control A to select everything in this. So what you're going to do, insert pivot tables like I said in the last video. I'm not going to take it to anywhere, to a new this thing. I'm just going to leave it here on this sheet. I'm not going to take it to any sheet, so I'm going to put it here on the existing sheet and just place it just by the other table and click on OK. So the pivot table comes out here. So now this is the whole pivot table here. So now I'm just gonna try to, now I want to look at the average salary of people working in different departments, the average salary of people working in departments, and the number of people working in different departments. I'm gonna use this to draw pivot chart to actually see what's going on. So I'm gonna start with looking at the average salary of people working in departments. So the first thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna just take these departments, bring it down to the rows. So once you bring it down to the rows, you should get people working in distinct departments. You should get distinct department being listed out. So we have the departments, we have the customer support, we have the finance, we have the HR, IT, legal department, marketing, operations, and sales coming down here. So these are the departments. Now I want to get the average salary of people working in each of the departments to know which department on average is earning more salary here. So the second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this salary into the value sections, and this will give you initially the default settings is that it gives you the sum of people working in department. So this are the sum of salaries in each department. You see people working in this department, this is the sum of their salaries, but I don't want to see the sum. I want to see on average how much is someone working in each department earning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this arrow here and go to value field settings and click on average. So once I click on OK, I'm going to get the average salary of people working in each department. So from here you already start seeing what is going on in the department based on average salary here. But let's leave it at this. So now let's also find how many people are working in each department. Like, I want to know, out of these 4,000 data points, how many people are working in each of the departments in this company, ABC company. And I want to see if there's a correlation between the number of people working in the department and the salary. Just a rough view without doing a correlation analysis. So I'm going to look at it. And so I'm going to now, naturally, if I had the employee ID in this data set, I would have actually counted the employee ID to see the number of people working in each department. But I don't have that. But I have the salaries of people working in each department. So I can actually count salaries of people working in each department to get the number of people working in each department. So what will I do? I'll just take the salary back to the value section again, and this time around I'm gonna click on this value field settings again and now count. So once I count this, I'm going to have distinct count of people working in each department. So we can see that the customer support have 554 people 44 people working in customer support. Finance have 500 people, and so on. So let's make this larger. So now you've gotten the overview what's happening in the company. So this is a department. This is the average salary of people working in the department. These are the number of people working in each of the departments. So I've been able to do this using the pivot table. So now the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to like draw a graph to actually see what is actually going on. So the pivot chart I will use here will be the combo, this combo. So I want to like look at it from this aspect. So I'll click on OK here. So we have the combo chart here. So this combo chart here has the salaries of people working in each department as the bars, while the line is the number of people working in each department. So I want to like see it well. I want to like look at what is going on well by just redesigning this, and let's use this. So once you've done this now, this is this. So once you've done this, you've seen that these are the salary of people working in each department, and this is the number of people working in each of the department. So we can actually see that people working in legal department have earn a higher salary than people working in IT, people working in HR, people working in finance, people working in customer support. So now people in the legal department are having the salary of and on average earning up to 102. So let me just put in the data labels there. So click on this and put the data labels on. Now you will see what is going on there. It looks kind of crowded. Well, let me just expand this to see. So now people working in the legal department on average are earning up to $114,175. So they are earning higher. So I thought it was going to be IT initially, but actually it's not IT, it's legal. Then second to IT. Then the department that earns the lowest on average is customer support. Now, but something is happening here. The customer support department is having more people working in customer support. So they are earning lower, but they have more people working in customer support. So you see this. Now, looking at this also, the IT department, although they earn a lot, they don't have a lot of people working in IT. But I'm not going to say there's a correlation between the number of people working in the department and the salary, because you see the legal department that earns higher have even more people working in the legal department than the IT department. So the IT department has, on average, the lowest amount of people working in that department. Then we also have the legal department. We have also the HR having people low amount of people working in HRO, and so on and so forth. So by using this graph now, this chart now, you can actually see what's going on in the department based on the salaries of the department and the number of people working in each department. So I can actually say confidently that in this company, the legal department earns the highest amount of money on average. So someone working in the legal people working in the legal department earn high salaries, and second people working in IT. Then also we can also look at operations. I think operations is the third. After IT is operations. Then after that, I can also infer that although the customer support department has the lowest amount of salary in on average, they have more people working in customer support. So these are insights I have easily been able to derive from this pivot table and from these data sets without even doing any kind of intense analysis, just using pivot tables. So this is the power of using pivot tables, and also how to derive meaningful insights from data set you've just stumbled on using the pivot table. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, you can pop it up on the comment section, and if you need help, you can chat me up. I'll be willing to help you. Thank you, and see you on the next one.